Hey everyone, I'm Wisdom Cube, and welcome back to the final installment of my list. Now, this list is what characters outside of Stranger Things who Vecna will target. Now, in the last few videos I've done, I've listed off the first 26 characters. The first one was the first 10. The second one was the 11 to 16, and the third one is the 17th to 26. Now, these are my last 4 picks, because this is 30 characters in total. Now, to quickly recap the first 26, they are as follows: Samurai Jack, Silver the Hedgehog, Pearl from Steven Universe, the animated series Mark Grayson or Invincible, Skips from Regular Show, Chris Redfield from Resident Evil, Hilda from the Netflix series Hilda, Kid Cosmic from the Netflix series Kid Cosmic, Ladybug from Miraculous Tales of Ladybug and Cat Noir, Future Trunks from the Dragon Ball franchise, the animated series Moon Girl, Paul from Kung Fu Panda, Miles Morales from the Spider-Verse trilogy, Aang from Avatar The Last Airbender, Deku from My Hero Academia, Guts from Berserk, Meg Griffin from Family Guy, Quasimodo from the Disney film The Hunchback of Notre Dame, RoboCop from RoboCop, Luz Noceta from the Owl House, the SVD's Shadow Ranger from Power Rangers SVD, Afro from Afro Samurai, Timmy Turner from The Fairly Odd Parents, Philip J. Fry from Futurama, Dr. Doofenshmirtz from Phineas and Ferb, and Courage from Courage the Cowardly Dog. Yeah. So now that you're all caught up, let's finish this list, shall we? Now, 27 is John Wick. Yeah. Now, why John Wick? Simply put, John Wick has a ton of trauma that Vecna would just love to torment the assassin with. From losing his wife Helen, to the many people he's killed, to the many times he's nearly bit the dust. Yeah, if John was, still alive, if this was, like, films 1 through 3, yeah, John's gonna have a tough time mentally trying to fight back against Vecna. Now, on to, 27. 28, yeah. 28 is from another live-action adaptation of a comic book, and that is Homelander from The Boys. Now, why Homelander? For those of you who don't know, his childhood wasn't exactly the best. Yeah, it was so horrible. Even more so than Timmy. Yeah. Now, to quickly recap, Homelander was kidnapped, or at least experimented on in a lab as an infant, and was administered this drug known as Compound B, and he developed superpowers, and because of the trauma he sustained from an unloved environment, yeah, he ended up not developing mentally as a person, and as a result, he ended up becoming the monster he is known as today. Yeah, so if Vecna targeted Homelander, Vecna's gonna have quite fun trying to mentally and tormenting Homelander. Yeah. Now on to 29. 29 is Marcy Wu from the cartoon series Amphibia. Yeah, oh boy. Marcy, where do I even begin? From finding out her dad got this job in another state, meaning that Marcy would have to move away from her friends Anne and Sasha, to knowing about the box that ends up transporting her, Anne, and Sasha to Amphibia in the first place, to getting them all separated, to her friends finding out the truth about what she did, to getting stabbed by her former friend Andreas, who betrayed her, mind you, and yeah, to being used as a host for the Corps. And yeah, and that's not even getting into account what she did as Darcy. Yeah. So Marcy has a ton of trauma that Vecna will just love to exploit for his own ends. Yeah. If you guys thought Marcy went through enough, Vecna would kick her trauma into overdrive. Now, before I get into my last entry, here are a few honorable mentions. Excuse me for a moment. Okay, I'm back. Okay, here are the honorable mentions. Marcus Phoenix from the video game series Gears of War. Much like Chris Redfield from Resident Evil, Marcus is a soldier and he's been through a lot. Like the many locusts he's killed, to the many friends and comrades and arms he's lost. Yeah, Vecna's gonna have a ton of fun mentally picking apart this poor soldier. Oh boy. Now on to the next one, Robin from Teen Titans. Now, the Teen Titans I'm talking about is the 2003 anime series. So, yes, this is that Robin. Now, why do I pick this Robin in particular? Because of his intense rivalry with Slade. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, there was an episode where Slade didn't really appear. It was just like a vision of him that was tormenting Robin. So Vecna would just do the same thing to Robin, but only this time Robin will be stuck in his mental state unless the Titans can get him out. Yeah, so if Robin's not careful, Vecna's going to add him to his list of targets. Now on to the next honorable mention, Gibber Pines from Gravity Falls. Now, why Dipper and not Stanford? Well, that's because we've seen Dipper more, and we've seen Dipper go through a lot of things, even more so than Stanford did. Only without Dipper getting trapped in the multiverse for a long time. Yeah, on to Dipper. He's had to face monsters, nearly got himself killed alongside Mabel, to having to give up his chance to be with Wendy, to being possessed by Bill. Yeah. It's also, side note, Alex Hirsch did confirm that, I could be wrong about this, but yeah, he did say that Dipper does suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder, so Yeah, Vecna would just have a lot of fun mentally tormenting Dipper and trying to break him. Yeah. So it would be like facing Bill again, but on a more like mental scale, and whatever damage Vecna inflicts on Dipper, yeah, he's gonna feel it in the real world. So Dipper's gonna have to watch out for Vecna if he's in the same time period. Now on to the last honorable mention. This one is more for laughs, and that is Squidward Tentacles from SpongeBob. Yeah, why Squidward? Because, yeah, he is unappreciated in the town of Bikini Bottom from his many art projects not being given the appreciation they are, to being treated as trash. Yeah, there's also his musical talent, which everyone does not like. There's also his inadequacy to being compared to others. Like, for example, SpongeBob. Whenever SpongeBob, like, one-ups Squidward unintentionally, Squidward would get jealous and try to one-up SpongeBob, only to, like, be boo and just not appreciated for his talent. And most people, like, just do not like his talent at all. Yeah. So, now that the honorable mentions are out of the way, it's on to the 30th candidate. And that 30th candidate, ladies and gentlemen, is Uncle Ruckus, no relation, from the cartoon The Boondocks. Yeah, oh boy. Uncle Ruckus, as shown in his backstory, was adopted into a black family, and because of the abuse he suffered from his father Ruckus, no relation, he ended up developing a hatred for black people. Yeah. Yeah, so this is kind of racial, but yeah. Throughout the series, we see Uncle Ruckus give Huey and Riley a tough time because of their biology. Yeah. So, because of the mental trauma that Uncle Ruckus has suffered, yeah, Vecna would have some fun mentally tearing apart this poor guy. And if he hasn't been through enough, same said with the other 29 candidates on this list, even the honorable mentions. So, what do you guys think? Who would Vecna target, in your opinion, outside of the Stranger Things universe? Just comment below, let me know. I'm Wisdom Cube, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.